Chase raised his hands to put them on Mrs. Strong's shoulders, then dropped them back down to his sides. "Don't cry, ma'am." The downy hair at the nape of her neck appeared like that of a tiny duckling, but looked even softer. "Things will work out." Was it proper for him to comfort her like this? "What's your given name?" he asked gently.
"Jessie. My name's Jessie," she murmured,
her tears changing her voice to a husky softness. "Ah, Jessie. That's real pretty. Would you mind if I called you that?" She shook her head. A warm feeling took him by surprise, making him yearn for things he'd never had. Imagined feelings whispered through his mind, making his heart tighten up. "Come over here and sit by the fire. I've dealt you a healthy shock." He rested a palm on the small of her back and guided her over to a chair by the hearth and sat her down. After adding a log to the fire, Chase went to the sideboard. Women liked tea when they were feeling poorly. At least that's what he'd heard. He rummaged around until he came upon some sassafras leaves. He dipped the small black kettle into the water bucket and set it on the stove to boil. He waited. His bowl of beans was calling to him from his place at the table, but he doubted it would be mannerly to sit down and finish his meal. Instead, he helped himself to another cup of coffee, and then leaned against the cupboard and contemplated the kettle. She was a proud little thing, this Jessie, trying to keep her grief to herself. How had she managed out here all alone on her own? And now with winter approaching, what would she do without Nathan? He prepared a cup of tea, carried it over to where she sat, and lightly touched her shoulder. When she didn't respond right away, he cleared his throat softly. "Jessie, try some of this." Her startled gaze fixed on him.
"Thank you."
She took the cup, but it rattled so violently, he feared it would end up in her lap. He reached out, covering her hands with his own, and steadied it until she had it under control. Her cheeks, now the color of summer roses, vied for his attention.
"I'll be fine now that I'm over the first shock,"
she said, avoiding his gaze. She blew on the hot tea before taking a sip. "Do you have a friend or family member around I could notify for you?"
"Please don't worry, Mr. Logan. I can take care of myself. The only difference is, I won't be waiting for Nathan now. He'll never be coming home again."
Her words struck a chord. Whether it was the way she said it or the words themselves, he didn't know. But he knew exactly what she was feeling inside. Alone, small, and unworthy of someone's concern. Well, he wasn't going to leave her alone tonight. That was the final thing he could do for Nathan. "Would you mind if I bedded down in your barn for the night? My horse is worn out and it's getting late. I could just throw my bedroll on some straw and catch a good night's sleep." He gave his most hopeful look. She smiled at that, bringing light back into her eyes.
"I'm afraid the barn won't be much protection for you. It was Nathan's intention to fix the roof as soon as he came home this fall, but you're welcome to stay if you like."
Surprised at the feeling her response brought, he smiled back. "Cody will appreciate some time in a stall, dry or not. I know I will too." With that, he glanced over at the table and his bowl of beans.
"Just be careful. The other day I had the keenest feeling of being watched. Most likely it was just a coyote. Nathan said wolves don't come this close to settlements."
Jessie stood and crossed to the table. She lifted his bowl and scraped his beans back into the pot. Chase swallowed once, twice. Her lips curved up slightly.
"Just heating them up a bit. Can't let you stay out in the barn without something hot in your belly to keep you from freezing, can I?"
The warm feeling was back, tightening his chest and warming his cheeks. He tried to hold on to it, savor it. "No, ma'am, I don't suppose you could."